Hello and welcome back to another video here on Jay's Side Hustles. Today I'm going to be going over the exact steps that you need to take to start a trucking business. This can be for box trucks, this can be for semi, this can be for Hotshots. Now, non-CDL versus CDL, there are a few extra steps, but this is the main bread and butter of how to start a trucking business. Let's get into it. The steps to starting a trucking business. This is how I started. This is how I was instructed to start by my mentor who is into Hotshots. I went box truck, but she is into Hotshots. So let's get into it. Your very first step that you want to do. A lot of people say you don't have to do this. Technically you don't, but you do. Okay. File for your LLC, and I'll explain why. Asset protection. Okay. If you run into a business, if you get hit, if you hit somebody, they can't sue you directly. They can sue your business, okay, the LLC. You also get tax benefits. And I'll tell you how I filed. I use LegalZoom.com anytime I start an LLC. So far, I've used them about 4 times, I think. And while I have failed half the businesses I have started, the other half has made money or become profitable, and I have either sold it, or in this case I will be keeping my LLC for my trucking. It just won't be active. I'll just pay the yearly annual fee for it just in case I come back into it with a semi, but we'll see. If I was to do it over again, I won't be driving. Your second step is to shop around for insurance. Call around, call different insurance. Don't just be like, oh, they said they went with Progressive, I'm gonna go with Progressive. Progressive might not. Every person is so different. There's so many variables. I didn't have no wrecks, but I'm young, so my insurance was high because I'm young. Okay, you might be older, and let's say you have a wreck or two. It might be the same cost. It balances out. You see what I'm saying? Now, it has to be a good rated insurance. A lot of brokers will not work with you unless you have A- to A+ rated insurance. Even a B is bad. Like they don't like when, let's say, their cargo gets damaged and they can't get paid. I paid Progressive $3,700 down, $1,684 per month. And after 2 months, now this is the big thing, nothing had changed. I didn't wreck. There was no accidents. They upped it to $2,384. They are in full control. Okay, I don't know if they did a annual re-estimate of overall insurances with all the semi wrecks and truck wrecks and commercial insurance claims that they've had to go through, and it just affects everybody that has their insurance. That's how it works. I want to make sure that you understand how to get a quote for insurance. You do have to have a VIN. What I did is I called Ryder, and they said they didn't have no trucks. I said, that's fine. Can you give me a VIN for one so I can at least start getting quotes on insurance? And I was like, what insurance do you guys accept? And they don't accept Progressive, but I was just trying to get a VIN number. You see what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to take their insurance. I did use them one time. It was like 1 month, and then I got out of the rental stuff. It's too expensive. Don't do it. Don't listen to YouTube. Do not listen to YouTube. Whatever you do not listen to the YouTubers that are renting box trucks. The reason why they can rent box trucks is because they've been renting long enough that their quotes and rates are low. Yours ain't going to be low, and you'll either make it or you'll fail. I mean, it's like 75-25. You'll fail. Okay. Your third step is you need to get a DOT physical, aka exam, done. It's $50. You can Google search DOT physicals near me. Physicals, and it'll show you doctors that do it. It's good for a year. You do have to have this even as a non-CDL. Okay, so don't think just because you're non-CDL you don't have to get this done. Okay, if you get pulled over and you're hauling something for profit or commercially, you will get a ticket if you don't have this. Okay, fourth step is you're going to file for your DOT and MC number, and that's your authority. You'll be a new authority. You'll file at FMCSA.GOV. And it's $300 to file. It's one time. Once you file, it's yours. Once you get your DOT number active, once you get a DOT number, it's yours forever. Unless you sell it, which people do that. It's kind of black hat. You can buy a DOT number, but I would suggest you don't do that. It takes 21 days. This is very important, and I'm going to bold this. It takes 21 days once you file for the authority to go active. Now, to make it go active, you have to have insurance. So, how do we save? Don't get it once you file. you're gonna drop $3,700 down, and then your next month, once that next month rolls around, you might not even have a truck yet, and this big payment's gonna roll around. Don't do that. 5 days before it goes active, call up the insurance company that you've got the quote for and say, hey, it's me. You've got this quote. I have my DOT number now. This is what my DOT number is going to be. Let's go ahead and make the insurance active. They can do it just like that, flip of a switch, okay? It might take a day or two for them to do it, but they should be able to just flick the switch, and you've got insurance. Now, once after that 5th day, your DOT is active if you do that, okay? That way you save the money from paying 2 months for insurance when you should have just started it and paid 1, right? Once your DOT is active, step 5, you're going to want to get your equipment, okay? Whether that's, you might have to rent at the first, but trust me, if you even have to not rent and wait to buy a truck from someone, that's the best way you're going to find one right now. Buy it off somebody. Best place, Facebook Marketplace. Take a mechanic with you, have him run it over that you're looking at it. Get a truck. Okay, now this could be box truck, Hotshot trailers, semis, everything. I did rent it first, but the costs are way too high. They were then, and they definitely are now, because I got a quote and it was like $2,300 a week, and I'm like, I'm good, man. Do get your own equipment. Now, once you have your equipment, and while you're searching for your equipment, I put this at step 7, but you do want to get your DUNS number. I think it's DUNS.com. I can't remember what they changed it to. It used to be SAM.gov, but I think it's DUNS.com. That is basically your LLC's credit score. That is how you get loans, business loans, once you start accruing business credit. And a good way to do that is go to Uline and say you ain't got your pallet jack or your extinguisher or anything like that. They do a thing called like net 30 or net 45. That means you get the stuff, you don't have to pay till 45 days later. Now put that money aside, okay? Because you mess this up, good luck getting any business loans down the road. Once you have your equipment, or you can even go ahead and start signing up for these platforms as well, but try to get your equipment if you can. Sign up for low boards. Amazon Relay, the #1 low board right now that's taking new carriers. Now they are changing that. They're getting too many carriers. I seen last time I was using them, they put a little notification above their low board saying that they're going to start restricting new carriers, new DOTs. I think it's going to take like 1 to 3 weeks to get unrestricted. That means you can't see certain loads. I don't know how that's going to work. That's just what I read on their website on the low board. So I would recommend you go ahead and get DAT. Now DAT has 3 packages. Go look at my best low boards to use. I will try to link it below in the comments section, but it's on my channel. Wait until you finish this video first, then go check out that video, best low boards to use. It's like $170 a month. They upped the prices. It was like $140, $130 or something like that when I got it. You need that package, so they can charge that. But anyway, go ahead and get up on the low boards. Go ahead and start looking at loads. If you have your equipment and you have your DUNS number, go ahead and start booking loads. Watch my negotiation video. Watch my live DAT load search video where I actually call brokers on the phone. One of my videos explains how to build relationships with brokers that you start working with. Now you're going to get like 85% no's. Okay, I'll be straight up with you. You're going to get a lot of no's. Don't give up though. This business, you got to be strong. Like, you have to be tough. Okay, you got to have that thick skin. Okay, watch the negotiation video. Book you a load. That's your first load. Do not screw it up. Okay, no pressure, but there's pressure. Do not screw it up. Okay, you're establishing a relationship with that broker. They might use you again. Be like, hey, or let's say you complete it. Hey, you mind if I jot you down as a reference? They might say yes. They might call you. I still get calls from TQL all the time. I mean, TQL mainly sucks, but they do have some good loads. I took a load from them for like $950. It was like 214 miles or something like that. So they do have some decent loads every now and then. But basically, you want to build that relationship, letting them know you're a reliable carrier. Now, these are the steps I've come up with. These are the basic steps to start. After these, check out my other videos. I have tons of videos. I'm going to make tons more about different tactics you can do, such as tax season coming up. I'm going to have to make a video on that probably. Let me know in the comments below what video you guys would like to see. I do try to make videos on comments that are made. If I can make a video on that, on something you guys comment,
I'll see you guys next time. Please do hit the subscribe button, as we're approaching 1,500 really fast. It's kind of insane. It took me like it took me a little over 2.5 months to reach 1,000 subs, and now like in the past month I've gained like, I think it's like 400 and something. So I really appreciate that. Building a following on YouTube, it's kind of insane. I never expected this to blow up to anything. I was just documenting my journey and stuff, and just, I don't know, it's kind of insane, man. Kind of insane. Peace out. See you next time.